People, here is I'm going to call it a new version of let me just say a shorter alternative to the normal HTML5 you already know. So I'm actually, this is my name, so I named this right after my name. So this is Dozie ML. This is actually the third version of Dozie ML that I've actually built. So let's go ahead and try out some of my tags on Dozie ML here. So what I want to do is I want to create about I just want you guys to see how my heading 1 to 6 works, because in HTML we have heading 1 to 6 actually. So I also implemented that in my own language. So let's go ahead and test it out here. So if we run this, we are going to have heading 1s, those HTML heading 1s. So let's go ahead and change that. You know, in HTML you have to do H2, H3 and H4, H5, H6 and like that. That's for HTML. But in Dozie ML everything is different. You know, I built this language to actually, I built it to save time for you. So instead of H4, closing H4, we are going to close H5. So we are going to be closing 5. So that's it. We go ahead and run this, and this is my own H1 heading 1 tag, heading 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So we can go ahead and, you know, leave it like that. Then let's go ahead and test. I created a custom tag. So if you are creating a project on Dozie ML and you actually want it to have a kind of a container with a custom background color, and you don't want to declare all that, you don't want to start using HTML to start doing style this, color that, understand, just use the Dozie tag. You can see, just code it, and so just write Dozie tag, and then remember to close your Dozie tag. Actually close it. When you open the Dozie tag, remember to close it down, and then you are going to get it. Everything you do inside or within this, you can see, look at this, everything you do here inside the Dozie tag is going to just be in this container here that we are seeing, and then everything is going to be right inside it. It's going to be the containing element for all your projects. So let's try out one other of my tags. I think we need to do animations. So let's try some animations here. So we want this project here to move to the left when we run it. So actually remember to close everything you do, just in HTML, like in HTML, remember to close it. So let's run it, and let's see. Wow, you can see everything is moving to the left. Everything is moving to the left actually. And then when it gets to the end of the containing Dozie element, it's going to start again, you understand, from the right of the Dozie elements to the left. So if we want this project to move to the right, move right here. Let's move to the right. Remember to close it down here. Make sure you close it. Then we run it, and then you see everything is right inside the Dozie parent element container, and then everything is moving right to the right. You can see. So if you want it to move up, actually do the same thing, move up. Just close the move up down there. Make sure everything you open, make sure you close all, make sure you close them. So let's go ahead and run it, and you can see everything is scrolling up like a cast. You understand? You know when you get to watch all those Nollywood movies guys watch, and they say everything is all this cast, all those the actors and actresses moving up and down. Okay, if you want it to move down, actually you can also do that. You can do that here. You have my Dozie, not move down, actually. You have my Dozie ML move down tag, so it's just going to move everything down. That's my web browser misbehaving. So you can see everything is scrolling down on its own. So that's for that. Okay, let's try out some more tags. Okay, let me just delete this move down right down here. Okay, let's delete all our heading tags and then leave only the paragraph. Right, only the paragraph. You can see the paragraph is just there. So we want to make this text to be bold. I don't know if you get. I want to make this text to be bold. So we have we can use, let me say, bold. We can use the bold tag. Yeah, we have the bold tag in Dozie ML. So use the bold tag right here, and then it's going to make it to become what? Bold. The text is already bold. So let's create another. Let's just duplicate this paragraph. Let's duplicate the paragraph. So here, so we are going to do this right outside the bold tag, and see, you can see right here. Oh, sorry. I always forget that. So always remember to close your tags. Close. You can see this one that is inside the bold, Dozie bold tag is bold, and the one that is not, it's just normal text thickness. So we have another alternative here. I think I created tick. I think I have the tick tag. Yeah, I should have that. I think tick. Let me see. I think I have the tick tag. Let me see. Okay, yeah. We have the tick tag. So let's go ahead and remove the bold that is here, and then remove this bold also that is right down here. Now that we've removed it, let's go ahead and run it. You can see the tick tag is actually thick, like it has a kind of a bolder tag, you know. So we want to, you know, this text is just straight normally, so we want it to bend like slant to the right. So let's use italics, my Dozie ML italics tag. You go ahead and use it here. So remember to close it. Anything you open, close it. So here, so you can see it's now bending. So assuming we delete this close italics from here, and then go ahead and close it right under here, understand, you know, including the text marked in the tick tag for Dozie ML. You can see everything is now bent to the right. That's what the Dozie ML tick tag does for you. So let's now go ahead and let's dive into some, you know, web development using Dozie ML. Web development using Dozie ML. Actually, let's try it. So I'm going to delete everything about markup of text, and then here I'm going to go ahead and write first name. So first name, we actually want our user to type a first name here. So now we want to create an input type of text. So instead of input type of text, I've saved view time like if it was HTML. Yeah, the good thing about Dozie ML is that Dozie ML understands normal HTML language. So you can see first name input type text, run, and boom, we have a text field to type. But that's not how we do it here on Dozie ML. Actually, that is not how we do it here. That's not how we do it here. So how we do it here, we just first name text, and you have your text field, no stress. So now if you observe, you're going to see that this text is way too close to this first name. What do? In HTML, we want to use BR to move it to the next line, and it goes down. But that's not what we do here in Dozie ML. Just say next line. Next line is even easier to remember, and you still have the same effect. So that's for that. Then we want the user to type, understand, to have a button to submit the form. So if it's HTML, you know, you have to say button type, button, you know, all that, and then let's say click on me, and that's the text we want to be displayed right on our button. So we can do this, and then the button comes out, click on me. But in SDML, that is not what we do. That's not what we do. It's totally different. Just use the BTN, actually a shorter, you know, easier kind of way. So click on me, and you have the same thing. But this button is way too close to this text field. So we want to move this button right down. Already, you know what to do. So just go ahead and use the next line. Just next line. That's telling my Dozie ML parser to move the button right down. So, and it's kind of too close. So let's just clean up the work. Let's make it kind of neater. Let's make it neater. So let's make it neater. So you can see that it didn't make any difference. So what we need to do is to copy this next line here. You don't actually have to copy. Let's just actually write. Let's write, and you can see it has moved it further down. So now we want, when a user types something here and clicks this button, he's going to see the text he typed here in an alert window of JavaScript to show you how dynamic Dozie ML as a language is. So Dozie ML, actually, I bet it can actually work. Yeah, it works properly with JavaScript. Yeah, it works with JavaScript. So let's use our normal JavaScript script tag. So that is, we want Dozie ML to work with JavaScript. So go ahead and give this BTN. We'll give it an ID of let me say Dozie BTN, or anything, just anything. I just want to use Dozie BTN, you know. Then our text, we have to give our text an ID. We have to give it an ID. Let me just say Dozie text, Dozie txt for the text. That's okay. That's okay. So let's go ahead and run it. So for now, there's no difference. If you type whatever, the button is still done. It's just there looking at you. So let's create a function first. So document.get element by ID. So our ID here of Dozie btn, Dozie btn here dot on click. We are going to call the on click event listener. Of course, this is JavaScript. So on click equals set on click function to, let's just say, function do this. You can name your function, write anything you want. That's how dynamic the language Dozie actually is. So here, let's go ahead and get the brackets and braces and everything we need. So we close it right here. So that's all we need to do. Then we have to declare a variable. So I'm going to be saying var x. So we are going to store the value in the text. Look at the value right inside here. I want us to store it inside variable x here. So variable x again, I have to use document.get element by ID again. So our Dozie text, Dozie txt. So Dozie txt dot value, that is what we want. Then on the click of the button, we want to alert x. That is what we want to do. So this should work. So this is the code so far. So go ahead and run it and then type, let me just say Mark Dozie is my name. Then click on me and you can see Mark Dozie. You can see Dozie ML works with JavaScript actually. Dozie ML work with JavaScript properly. So just, you can write anything like that and click on me and you see it's going to write it right here. So another thing we can use JavaScript to do with Dozie ML is we can use Dozie ML to change we can use Dozie ML to change the background color of the document body. So .only function, do this document body style. Style background color equals, let's say, red. Let's see if I've made provision for that. Document body style background. Okay, we've not gotten to this part. I've not included it in the library for my Dozie JS parser. Okay. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. That's it for now. Okay, let's try one more thing. Okay, in Dozie ML we have, normally HTML we have our normal straight line of text, which in Dozie ML we have it here as text right here. Text, just straight line of text. Now in Dozie ML, if your question is how you can actually create a text area, a text area for accepting bigger text, understand, just use the Dozie ML big text, and it comes out like this. So let's go ahead and space it for, so that you understand the difference between them both. So let's use the next line tag, and then you see here it has moved it to the next line. Create another next line tag, and then not close next line, just like that, and then moves it 2 lines away. So now if you are wondering how you can style your, actually let's try give it a value, my big text value. So that's not going to show yet because I've not gotten the node. Let's see if a placeholder is going to work. Let's see. Okay, the placeholder is working. So I think this is my big text. So rather move it, instead of putting it inside here, if you want it to show as kind of a value inside the text area, we need to just delete this and then write my big text. Let's see my big text right outside here, and it's right inside here. It has now recognized it. So now if you want to style this, you can go ahead and say cols, that's short form for columns. Let's say 30, and then let's see the effect. You can see it's now bigger. So let's see, if we say cols of 70, okay, it's now way too big. We can just leave that at, let me say 60, column 60, or 50. Actually, let's just leave it at 50 and see what happens. Okay, let's just leave it at 50. Then we can go ahead and say, or let's drop it to 40. Then we can come to this side and say rows of let me just say 30, rows of 30, and then it's now bigger. You can see it's bigger and like that. So thank you for watching. Thanks for watching. I'm still actually improving on it. I'm actually changing my tags, and I actually want to bring out a better version and a simpler one in this time. So thank you for watching. Yeah, bye.